and welcome to episode 18 of What If Civilization Started Over? Let's get into it. So today I want to do more wars and other stuff, unlike last episode where we only won two wars. A lot more action to go on in Europe. Specifically, starting today, the action is going to happen in Britain. Yep, the British again. Just get there. Firstly, the purple country, feeling ambitious, gonna militarize the population and go attacking both their neighboring countries, which is not good for them, but kind of good since they're pushing it back very quickly. So the Star Triangle Alliance gets involved and starts pushing them back a lot. The full Triangle Alliance forces, being worried with nothing else, is going to and I'm just gonna give this thing over here. But this is gonna show some sign of weakness in the blue country, which is going to make them get attacked by both the Welsh country and the English country. So they both get attacked, and just see what this all looks like in the end. Alright, so this is what Britain looks like in the end. Very Bolivian looking. Now let's go to another part of Europe. Not really sure if you could count it as Europe, but Russia's gonna continue to expand a lot more to Siberia and start making large expansions up until I think the Ural Mountains are there. Yeah, they're just going to expand all the way up to I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure this is the approximate location where the Ural Mountains are. Yeah, about right here. They're also going to take this island and this island. Yeah, Russia's getting kind of big, even though the capital technically isn't even in Russia. Yeah. But now, another thing is going to happen with the Austrian country thing that just became right here for some reason. Yeah, totally good name. They are going to attack the Slovenian country. And this is, something. And, let's look at this pretty short treaty. But the Mediterranean Union actually sneaks in to take some land. This is because they kind of want the capital. They want this connection with now to be full. Make a bigger connection between the Italians and the Croats, the Slovenia. Yeah. I don't know. And the Mediterranean Union can't really expand too much anymore. They've kind of expanded to a really high level. All these guys are weak, and will probably get you killed if you try to attack them. And they aren't even technically related to you in many ways. All these guys have relation to this guy. This guy just came out of all of these guys. So technically a tiny relation, but not too well. It's too much. And pretty sure Europe is the first continent that is officially 100% full. Yeah. Europe is the first continent that is 100% full. Wow. Europe's gone that full? Well, I would expect if everything's happening here. I think we should take a break from Europe and go to Egypt. This southern Egypt country is screwed. Yeah, they're just kind of screwed. They they can't really defend. They're basically just desert and a tiny bit of the Nile. So, full annexation. And now the original Egyptian country is gone. Africa is still fully controlled by alliances, and if anything happens here, World War Z will start. Yeah, that's kind of something to think about. Next, we're gonna continue to the Middle East. As pretty big wars, like the Yemen country, is going to go against a pretty big opponent, which is the Oman country. This is maybe a pretty tough war, since Oman has been thinking and getting a lot of trade from Iran. Speaking of Iran, let's just do power rankings. Let's just do power rankings. Power rankings? So, first, as of this, the strongest country in the world is the Mediterranean Union. That's not too much of a surprise. They've grown a lot and have a lot of arable areas. The second strongest country, it could either be between North China, Iran, or Russia. I'm gonna give it to Iran as the second strongest country. One of the reasons is because of their influence in this alliance everywhere. The third strongest, I'd say it's probably Russia. I'd say the fourth, the fourth strongest. Some strong countries could be like India. No, not Myanmar. Couldn't it be the Vietnamese? India is too weak, and Iran. Maybe they're none of Europe's nations. How about North China? Yeah, number 5. The 5th strongest country in the world currently is going to be India. Yeah, this is something. None of the European nations, but the reason the European nations aren't really too powerful is they just don't have many people. The Mediterranean Union is really popular, and it's getting a lot of people immigrating into it. So, but these guys are building, ready for World War Z when it does come. But now we are going to get a European nation that's not Russia or the Mediterranean Union in the top 5, which is the top 10, which is the red team. Number 7 is probably Egypt. Oh, we're getting to the bottom already almost. Number 8? Number 8 is probably the Germanic country. Number 9 is... what could it be? It could be one of these countries. Probably maybe one of these, or it could be a European nation. I'll give it to North Africa. The North African team in Algeria. Number 10 is... what would be... number 10 could also be a couple of things. How about I give it to Myanmar? So that's your top 10 for you. We can just get rid of that off the screen and go back to some more wars. Let's go to back to here. As the Yemen country, seeing this as an actual opponent, a worthy opponent, since these other nations that they've had here have just done not very much and weren't very strong, but Yemen is different. They actually put up a fight. They weren't ready for this. They were expecting this, but they kind of weren't as well, but they're going to eventually push back all the way. oh, not all the way, but like into more deserty kind of areas. Is the capital? No. Into these deserty areas, and making a small spearhead to try and block the Yemenis off. The Yemenis will then try to make Navy stuff, but then they make a tiny landing here, which immediately gets pushed out of Yemen, the Yemenis country immediately, which a lot of troops were there. So, yeah, lots of stuff keeps happening. Over here, this is pretty a strong opponent. So Yemen starts militarizing more of the population over here and continues to push back. And they're gonna start by just do a strategy, just a bunch of spearheads everywhere, making a bunch of encirclements. Works pretty well at first, taking these areas pretty quickly with it, and then spearheading up to here, surrounding this area. Maybe not surrounding it, just to fill it in. Taking all that. They keep spearheading and encircling more stuff. And this strategy is working really well. They keep making more and more and more encirclements until they almost kind of wrap around whole of Yemen almost. Yeah. Iran is getting just a little bit mad about this, but they don't really want to do much as they feel like Yemen could try to go after them. Even though they are really strong, just fighting Yemen could maybe spark something. Yeah, they keep encircling more and more until Yemen is almost gone. But they do continue fighting, getting back to that original area they got pushed out of, and they're just gone. Let's see the peace treaty. Okay, and that was the peace treaty. Now, Yemen is going to join an alliance. Which alliance are they going to join? They are making their own. They're actually going to join the Diamond Alliance. But this may not be a good decision. How are they going to reach them? They haven't got Africa's roots yet, but that's their decision. That's not interfere with it. And one final event with this video is about the Russian country. They're going to do something else. They're going to attack the yellow country, trying to maybe take the old territories back. Probably that. Yeah. Because they used to resign a lot over in this kind of area. And that is actually going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Fingers crossed that the recording didn't cut out. See you in the next episode, and bye.